The bolt hangs unborn. On Mount Olympus, the sky splitter lifts his hand. One strike could crown order or drown it in night. The clouds gulp their thunder. Lightning waits for a verdict. Who dares judge Zeus when judgment itself is made of storm? The mountain breathes like a living bellows. Wind claws at rock. Zeus plants bare feet on wet stone, glow spilling down the crags. Below him, temples, ships, hearths. Above him, raw electricity. A single heartbeat might redraw the map of fate. Before the thunder crowned him, there was a cave. A mother whispering over a hidden child. Rhea's arms, a rock wrapped like a newborn. Far away, Kronos swallowed his doom, mistaking stone for sun. The storm began as a lullaby in Crete. Goat's milk and thunder dreams. Amalthea's horns dripping honey, ash nymphs humming. Tiny hands grasp clouds of fleece while secret drums mask his cries. In those dark chambers, Zeus learned silence first, the patience that precedes lightning. The day of return arrived in a draft of cunning. Metis brewed the emetic. Kronos reeled, outspilled gods. Hestia, Demeter, Hera, Hades, Poseidon, reborn into war. Cyclops hammered lightning, thunder, and storm for the rebel sun. Then mountains moved. Othrys hurled stones at Olympus. Olympus hurled them back. The battlefield spanned valleys. Rivers fled their beds. Zeus's bolt stitched sky to earth, and the war of years became a war of instants. White-hot, deafening, final. The 100-handers rose like siege towers of flesh. Briareus, Cottus, Gyges hurled boulders and fusillades. The Titans broke. Thunder did not merely sound, it legislated. With each strike, a clause of the new cosmos burned itself into stone. Victory did not roar, it descended, heavy as a door to the abyss. The Titans fell into Tartarus, chained in a red glow. Zeus stood at the world's axle. The sky recognized him. The bolt in his hand felt like a pen signed time's first law. Lot by lot, the cosmos found its offices. Poseidon took the moaning blue, Hades the echoing dark, Zeus the open dome of day and storm. 3 brothers, 3 keys, 1 divided inheritance. The ocean rolled like a seal pressed into wax. From Olympus, Zeus set a vigilant law. Honor the stranger, keep the oath, pour wine for the unseen guest. Xenia bound hut to palace. Thunder could fall on tyrants or thieves alike. The sky was everywhere, so too the reach of its keeper. Power strays, desire strays farther. A bull swims with Europa toward new continents. A swan shadows moonlit reeds with Leda. Io blinks through long lashes of a heifer. Behind each metamorphosis, a tremor in the marital sky, and stories ring for millennia. A headache like an earthquake. Hephaestus split the brow, and from Zeus leapt Athena, armored, clear-eyed, already thinking in marble. The city-to-be felt her step across time. Ideas, too, are thunder. They arrive complete, and everything changes.
Prometheus stole a coal that warmed the human dusk. Zeus answered with a lesson in edges, an eagle, a chain, a liver that grew back into disobedience. Mercy would come later, but not cheaply. Fire teaches, so does the pain of learning. Rain without horizon, the flood of Deucalion and Pyrrha blurred mountain from cloud. When waters fell, they threw stones over shoulders, and people rose from earth again. Zeus reset, not erased. Even wrath, at its purest, edits for what may endure. Leaves whisper verdicts at Dodona. No marble oracles here, only oak, bronze cauldrons, and wind. Priests listen to clatter and quiver, translating Zeus's weather into words. The sky speaks fluent tree. Faithful learn to hear it. Olive crowns, dust, and breath like drums. The Olympic truce. Cities at war lower spears to race before Zeus. The stadium becomes a hymn written in footsteps. Winning is glory. Obeying the truce is civilization stitched across rival valleys. Marble halls watched a miracle of hands. Phidias raised Zeus in gold and ivory, a throne like dawn itself. Not the god, an argument about scale, that a mind can hold the sky and that reverence can be carved until it breathes. Oaths tasted like metal. In the Stoa, athletes swore before the god of boundaries. Perjury was lightning deferred. You might win by cunning, but break a vow and the sky would remember your name, etched in a ledger of thunder. The Iliad unrolls. Zeus weighs fates in golden scales. Sarpedon dips. A father god aches, yet cannot overrule the grammar of destiny. Even thunder respects syntax older than itself. Rain trembles on the lip of a held-back cloud. Then came a storm with a name. Typhon, mountain tall, tongue of fire, tendons of serpents. For a breath, the world reversed. Zeus staggered. Lightning found its fiercest target, and under Etna, the rebel winds still mutter in their sleep. Passion can burn as surely as lightning. Semele asked to see the god unmasked. Truth arrived as fire. Ash gathered on Thebes, but the child was rescued, stitched into a divine thigh, later named Dionysus. From loss, a wine-dark joy. In stoas and council halls, Zeus Horkios presided over boundary stones and promises. Break the line, and a whole city could crack. Keep it, and even enemies could share shade. The thunderbolt on a magistrate's seal was policy written in weather. Philosophers rethreaded the lightning. Xenophanes doubted. Plato distilled. Aristotle classified. Zeus thinned into principle, thickened into metaphor. Yet when storms stretched from Pindus to sea, even reason paused, counting with the old dream. Across islands and markets, small altars smoked. Coin faces bore the bolt. Ships painted eyes for luck. The high god's jurisdiction was intimate. A cracked oar, a marriage bed, a boulder ditch. Each a place where sky could lean close and listen. Names change. Sky persists. The Romans raised Jupiter on a Capitoline thunderhead, laws and legions traveling under the same cloud. Empire is a bet on weather, that storms can be predicted, harnessed, or feared into obedience. Back on Olympus tonight, shepherds below count seconds from flash to boom. A fisherman knots a prayer into a rope. A child at a window cups their breath on glass. The storm writes on all their faces the same word: attention. What is a king who cannot master himself? Zeus gleams, white hair streaming, beard like winter surf, muscles cabled with dawn. And yet inside him, two courts debate: law and longing. Every thunderhead formed from their argument. Gather now, the Furies murmur, and the Morai unspool thread in damp coils. A council of weather convenes. The next strike must speak for many. The guest betrayed, the oath kept, the child spared, the tyrant named. The sky takes testimony. The arm descends, light leaps. But the bolt refuses small targets and chooses a larger prey. Hubris itself. It scorches a king's empty crown, spares a village olive. Power corrected, not flaunted. Mercy, edged with warning, becomes the headline of rain. Clouds break their siege. Steam rises from the slopes like incense. Rivers remember their beds. In the hush, distant bells of Dodona seem to ring again. The sky is not empty. It is satisfied for now, its ledger balanced in wet ink. Truce before race. bread for the stranger, oaths with teeth, laughter after tears. From carved ivory to iron law, the god of the open air left us a discipline of weather, how to stand upright when the wind arrives. Look up. The last glow fades from Olympus, but the storm has not left. It moved closer, behind your ribs, where vows are stored. Who holds the sky? A god? A law? Or the choosing hand? The answer flashes, then waits, like lightning learning patience.